Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. Great Scott, because today we are taking a look at the brand new NECA Back to the Future 1985 Doc Brown. And when this video hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. So if you do enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yes, jumping right on into this review, guys, we are finally taking a look at the Neca Toys 1985 Doc Brown. And I say finally because since they announced this line, I have been wanting this figure. When they announced Marty in his radiation suit, I was like, great, where the fuck is Doc now? Because I absolutely needed this figure right here. I am a huge Back to the Future fan, and so this was definitely a need for my collection, and NECA did not disappoint. I can see why it took some time to get him out, why he didn't come out alongside Marty, and we'll go ahead and dive into all that when we go ahead and take a nice closer look at him. But this guy, man, I am so excited to take a look at this guy. Like I said, since the line was announced, I have been wanting and waiting for this guy to be released, and here he is finally, and I couldn't be more excited. Fun fact, by the way, guys, I actually live really close by where they filmed the scene where they were at the mall. The Twin Pines Mall is actually La Puente Hills Mall here in Southern California, and I actually live like 15 minutes away. I've actually visited a few times, and now that I actually have Marty and Doc in their radiation suits, and you know, I have a DeLorean, I may go out there at night one night and take some shots. Unfortunately, a lot of the stores there have obviously changed. I think the JCPenney store that you see in the movie is now a 24-hour fitness, if I'm not mistaken. But I have many a times stood on that same hill where Marty looked down at Doc being murdered by the Libyans, or you know, looking down at Doc's, you know, or looking down at Doc's truck when he first arrives, you know. But I just wanted to share that quick fact with you guys. But jumping back into this review, guys, yes, this guy is absolutely phenomenal. And as with the other two Christopher Lloyd Doc Brown figures, the likeness in the head sculpts is phenomenal. Now, unfortunately for me, I do collect a figure per head sculpt for this line because I do love Back to the Future that much that I want to display him with each head sculpt. And this guy does come with two alternate head sculpts, so I am going to be looking for another Doc. But with that being said, why don't we go ahead and start taking a look at all the great stuff that he does come with, starting off with the alternate head sculpt. So this is the head sculpt that he does come with in package. You know, this the alternate one right here is the one he's currently wearing, but this is the one he does have in package. It looks very similar to the Back to the Future Part 2 one, but it does have a little more lines and wrinkles and a little more texture to the face, because if you remember, when he does go back to the future, or when he does go to the future at the end of this movie, you know, he does get some blood work done and some de-aging stuff done. Oh, real quick, guys, by the way, if you guys happen to hear a fan in the background, I do apologize for that. It is currently 8 a.m. here in LA and 90 degrees. So yes, I do have a fan on because I do my reviews in my garage, and well, it's a scorcher, so I apologize for that. But getting back into this, I absolutely love the texture and the detail that NECA has with these head sculpts from the Back to the Future line. Now, the cool thing with this guy is that he also comes with some alternate arms. So as you see on this guy as he spins around, he does have his sleeves rolled up per the scene when he does meet up with Marty first. However, obviously when they do go and put in the plutonium into the DeLorean, they do obviously have to, you know, wear the hazmat suits fully and the radiation gloves as well. So he does come with an extra pair of arms. So you just pop those ones out, pop these ones in, and now you have fully gloved up and radiation suit arms. So the one thing I will say is he does not come with a radiation suit hood like Marty does. But NECA has already announced that they are working on an accessory pack, and I have no doubts that that is going to be included in that accessory pack. But another alternative is if you have an extra Marty in a radiation suit like I do, because I have 3 of them, because you can display them 3 different ways. I have an extra radiation suit head with the, you know, helmet and everything, and so I may actually just paint it white for the time being until we get that accessory pack. And if we do, I think, you know what, I think I'm gonna have to pick up 2 more of these. God damn it, fuck, I'm gonna have to pick up 2 more of these, because now I'm gonna have to have one so that way he can have the radiation hood on, standing next to Marty with the radiation hood. But my Marty with the radiation hood is dressed as Darth Vader. Fuck! Do I need another Radiation Marty? No, I don't. No, I don't. Stop talking. Stop talking to yourself. Stop thinking of these things, Jesse, because you're just talking yourself into spending more money. With that being said, guys, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the alternate hands that he does come with. So for the gloved up hands, he does come with an alternate trigger finger hand, since he does happen to use his handgun after he gloves up and everything when the Libyans do discover him. Next up, we do get an extra pair of ungloved hands, which are more of like C-grip hands to hold more of the accessories. They're really tight, close C-grip hands. Obviously, these aren't action superstars. This isn't an Arnold Schwarzenegger figure. You know, it's Back to the Future, so it's not like they need too much in terms of action hands and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of extra hands, arms, and head sculpts that he does come with. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at all the great and amazing accessories that he does come with, starting off with his clipboard right here. And as always, NECA goes above and beyond with the detail. Go ahead and turn on the ring light right here so it brightens it up so you guys can see a lot of that detailing. Looks fucking phenomenal. Looks fucking amazing. And like I said, they are working on an accessory pack for the Back to the Future line, so I'm super excited about that. We do get Doc's notebook right here, and NECA does have the licensing rights to E.T., so they went ahead and put E.T. right there. Do you know why? Well, because Steven Spielberg was an executive producer on Back to the Future, and that's obviously his film as well, E.T. And if you didn't know, that's also the logo for his production company. So, whoops, there goes a little notepad. Let me pick that up. But yeah, a lot of great detailing in this little notepad. You know, the papers flying up, the little ring right there. It's folded over. You know, for it being such a small accessory, it has a lot of phenomenal, great detail. Next up, he does come with that revolver that, for being as smart as he is, he just forgot to fucking load. So yes, you do get the silver revolver that he does try to use against the Libyans. However, obviously, as we know, he is unsuccessful. Or, spoiler alert, he is unsuccessful. However, is it really a spoiler alert if the outcome changes at the end? When Marty, I don't know. Spoiler alert ahead of the time if you're watching this and you have never seen Back to the Future for anything I say from here on out. I don't know if anybody would be watching this that hasn't seen Back to the Future, but just in case. With that being said, guys, that wraps up all the extra accessories that he does come with outside of what he is currently holding. So why don't we go ahead and pull him closer and take a closer look. Alright, guys, so here we have him up and close to the camera so we can take a look at all the amazing, great detailing that he does have on. But first, why don't we go ahead and pull the final accessory that he does come with, which is the remote control for the DeLorean. Look at this motherfucking thing. It is fucking phenomenal. I cannot believe we have this as an accessory piece. I do wish that the antenna would move up. However, we may be getting one with a stretched out antenna in that accessory pack. But I mean, just look at the detailing in this. So fucking phenomenal. Makes me want to go watch Back to the Future right now. It's never a bad time to watch Back to the Future, in my opinion. But with that being said, guys, why don't we go ahead and take a look at Doc Brown, because, man, he kind of looks faded. He has so much great stuff on him. I mean, the radiation suit is a basic suit. However, the lines and the wrinkles do look fucking phenomenal. However, what really does it for this figure is all the amazing stuff that he has stuffed onto him. So we have another notepad right here, and I never noticed he was wearing this colored shirt underneath, and I've seen this movie many a times. He does have this right here connected to his stopwatch right here, and it is set to 118. And then when we take a look at his tool belt right here, this is the reason why I feel like he took so long to come out, because NECA sculpted all these amazing great tools into his belt. None of them are removable though. Not that I expected that, because he doesn't really use any of them, you know, in the scene or anything. So it's cool to have on there. But like I said, that's probably one of the reasons why this set took a while to come out, because of all the sculpting that was needed for just this right here. Let alone, you know, adding this, the remote, the fucking clipboard. I mean, this stuff has some amazing sculpted detail in it. And you can really tell that NECA really put a lot of heart into this figure. Not that they haven't into these other Back to the Future figures, because this Back to the Future line from NECA is fucking phenomenal. Dare I say it, one of my favorite toy lines ever. I'm not even kidding, guys. These are definitely one of my favorite toy lines in existence. The Back to the Future NECA line, I absolutely fucking love. I never thought in a million years we would get figures like this for Back to the Future, and the fact that we are just blows my fucking mind. And I even have a Hot Toys Marty McFly, and I would still put this line ahead of him only because we've gotten way more figures than in the Hot Toys. But obviously Hot Toys do cost more and blah blah blah, but I absolutely fucking love this line, and it's just because look at the attention to detail in all this. I mean, they really go above and beyond. You can tell that they themselves are huge fans of Back to the Future, and well, it clearly shows. So with all that being said, guys, why don't we go ahead and take a look at his articulation. He can look all the way to the right. He can look all the way to the left. He can look down that far. He can look up this far. Also, I do want to say, guys, real quick, he does have that much head tilt. This is straight out of the package. So everything you see, I literally opened up the package, dumped the accessories onto my studio, and posed them up. So we're taking a look at this guy straight out of the package. So his arms will go to slightly under a T-pose, 360 rotation, single hinge elbows, but they are a deep cut, so you really get a good range of motion right there. Rotation at the wrist, hinging in and out with that wrist. No ab or waist rotation right there because of the solid radiation suit piece. I mean, it feels like he has a little bit of movement underneath it, but you can't really move it because of the costume. Taking a look at his leg articulation, he cannot join the cheerleading squad, but he's a little too old to anyway, so it's okay. He can kick forward that far, kick back that far, single hinge knee that goes up to 90, rotation at that knee. And last but not least, his ankles will go down that far, up that far, and a ball rocker hinge. So yeah, guys, straight out of the box. I mean, you guys saw that. No issue moving any joints, no stiffness, no nothing. NECA, good fucking job. Like, what the fuck? That was impressive. Straight out of the packaging, nothing. Well, I mean, maybe it was the heat from the travel in the truck. You know, it has been pretty fucking hot here in LA. So maybe that kind of loosened up everything in the truck and whatnot. But regardless, I am super happy and proud. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Like, this is all a separate sculpted accessory that can actually be removed. So, well, I mean, obviously, because you can change the hands and everything. So that's pretty fucking cool how they, you know, give you all these accessories that he does have. Even I forgot he had this on his fingers, and I was like, oh, that's right, he does have that thing on his hand. So yeah, NECA definitely hit it out of the park with this figure. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up this guy's articulation. Alright, guys, so that has been my review of the brand new NECA Toys Ultimate 1985 Doc Brown. If you guys can't tell, I absolutely love him, and I hope you guys do too as well if you guys are Back to the Future fans, because this guy really does knock it out of the park. If only he would have remembered to put the bullets in the gun. I'm just kidding, guys. With that being said, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, please type down in the comments below, "Great Scott." That way I know you made it this far and you're enjoying the content. If you can and want to help support the channel, please check out my Patreon link down in the description below. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics that I took of this guy. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a great fucking day.